If you would like to get the special videos I recorded this month titled Career and Financial Forecast for the next 6 months for each sign of the zodiac, you can access these videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the Career and Financial Forecast for the next 6 months for each sign of the zodiac videos for download and purchase. I looked into the area of career and finance using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck, where I pulled 3 cards, one for challenges, one for successes, and one for advice, and concluded the reading by looking into my crystal to get additional messages for you from my spirit guides. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the Videos tab on my menu and going to page 7. Click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I want to thank you so much for all of your purchases and wish you many blessings and peace. Thank you so much. Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for each sign of the zodiac. This month, I'm pulling 2 cards for each sign using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon signs to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. I want to say happy birthday again to the Virgos out there, and all of you, please be sure to click on the timestamps below this video in the Show More section to take you directly to your zodiac sign. All that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And the first sign I'm reading is Aries. Aries, the first card you have that showed up is the Empress. And the Empress is a card to me that would symbolize birth of an idea, birth of a project, birth of an enterprise, birth of a child, birth of a new business. This could also indicate someone that's in the spirit realm that would be like a mother figure to you, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, a mother, a stepmother, or someone that was like a mother to you in the spirit world, watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you. I get that there's, you have some big shoes to fill. And I feel that there's ample time here to be working, reworking, restructuring, reorganizing things that you need to do or get going. This could be with home projects, career and business endeavors, or just anything that you need to do. I'm getting you revising and reworking plans, but I do feel like you're not under the gun. I do feel you have ample time to do it. Some of you may be put on some kind of firing squad. You have to dig your heels in and stand your ground and stand firm. This could be in work situations or family situations. It could even be with a significant other. But I get, if you're put on any kind of front lines where people are, doesn't even mean it just has to be you. Maybe there's bosses or higher ups that are putting people in a lineup and are saying, you know, what did you do in this regard? What did you do in that regard? There could be like business reviews, company reviews, and analysis is going on of, you know, employees. And so, and if you're in charge of anything, you may be on a firing squad where maybe somebody in your department did something wrong, or in your division, or in a group you're in charge of, and then you may have to say, well, the reason this happened is because of this instance or that instance. I'm getting that kind of situation where you may be put to task of having to explain yourself or explain other people. This can be, like I said, work or even in family situations. I do see you gathering together a small sum of money, some of you, and doing something very pointed and specific with it, which could be to start a new business endeavor or a new enterprise in some way. It could also be to for a trip or some kind of purchase that you want to make. But I'm seeing you gather some kind of small amount of money together. Also comes up here with this card. So the next card you have here of the two for this little mid-month update, you have the Nine of Rods, which actually makes sense for what came up in the first card. This is being prepared and ready for battle. It could also mean being suspicious of someone or being suspicious of a situation. Don't be thrown off by events that may take place or be happening for you in the middle of this month of September. Because I see you gathering up your forces and energy and leading some kind of charge very pointedly and directive in the next month of October. Like you're starting something or you're leading some charge in some way in October. So whatever goes on this month, if it's bumps in the road for you, it's kind of inconsequential because you're really going to make some big push and stride forward in the month of October. If you find that community spirit is low, you may have to rally the troops' morale. So if this is in a work situation or some kind of group or institution you're involved in or in charge of, everybody may be feeling let down or their morale may be low for some reason, and you may be the one that has to, be the cheerleader or the coach or rally the troops' spirits up, like to buoy their spirits. That some of you Aries may find yourself in that position in September, mid-September. I see some of you Aries doing some kind of traveling or sightseeing. You may be going somewhere to see something you have always wanted to see. Maybe a particular thing like a monument or some spiritual location. But I get the word sightseeing, travel, and also looking at a particular monument or something that you want to see comes up. Anybody that you feel is having their way with you and like in a sense where you feel disrupted or upset and feel put on a firing squad, this is transitory and it is going to pass, and it's going to pass quickly. So it's just another bump in the road, nothing to feel like it's going to completely throw you off your game. So just know that, Aries. So the next cards I have coming up here are for the sign of Taurus. And the first of the two cards I have for you, Taurus, is the Ace of Rods, which is new beginnings. This could be new beginnings of all kinds, new job, new business, new enterprise, because it is Wands, communication. It could also be an inheritance, a new relationship, moving to a new home, anything new beginnings of all kinds. I feel now this is interesting because I kind of picked this up for Aries. I'm getting it for you too. You may be feeling a little challenged by people of all kinds in the middle of the month of September. If you feel like you've started out on the wrong footing in anything, new job, new business, new relationship, or anything, like you just got off on the wrong foot, I feel that you'll be able to smooth that over and put that to rights in this mid-month of September. I get your finances are really coming into bloom and coming to fruition, like good financial gains coming in for you, Taurus. Some of you are going to be buying something, I feel, really a big deal. Like it could be a Porsche or a new home or a, Cadillac. I mean, I don't know, whatever, a new boat, a yacht, snowmobiles, whatever you think. A lot of it I feel is vehicle related. But I see some of you really, I see somebody having a red sports car. That's one of the things I see here. So it could be, I don't know, I'm not really a car person, but to know all the ins and outs. But I feel it's going to be a big deal, a big purchase. That's one of the things that comes up here with this new beginnings. Calculated risks are going to be paying off for you this month, in the middle of the month. I also see some of you sending out resumes and putting out feelers out there. If it's not resumes, it could be some other kind of feelers about, you know, what opportunities are out there for you, lying in wait for you to find. It could be jobs, it could be investment opportunities, it could be some kind of opportunities or things you want to latch on to help you promote your own business or advance your own business if you own your own business. So the next card that comes up here, you have two very good cards here, Taurus, for the mid-month. You have the Star, and the Star to me is spiritual blessings, like the divine source hearing your prayers, hearing your wishes, and granting you something that you wanted, giving you some kind of spiritual blessings. The time is high right now to start marketing yourself and promoting yourself. And for some of you, it may be differently. You may need to change or tweak however you're marketing yourself or promoting yourself. But I get it. Either way, whether you've got to tweak it or not, the time is high to start advertising your services, advertising yourself. If you don't own your own business and you work for yourself, however, you don't own your own business and you work for other people, maybe you need to advertise yourself within your own company that you work for to get a promotion or to get some advancement. So you just have to think on how that will apply to you, Taurus. They say opportunity knocks twice. So either you're getting two opportunities back to back, or if there was an opportunity that knocked on the door, you didn't take it and you regretted it, that opportunity is going to knock again. So it just depends. It's knocking twice one way or the other, but you've got that coming up here too through the Star. I feel like you're going to find yourself getting along mostly with people really well, and they're saying finding your place in the sun. So I feel like you're going to start to feel comfortable, you're finding your true self, you're happy and content, and they're saying finding your place in the sun. I also get financial gain coming to you from anything you invested in paying off, stocks, bonds, other people's businesses, whatever, property, maybe selling property, but you're going to have some investments paying off for you, comes up here also through the Star. I do see you receiving accolades, and some of you may actually be seeing your name up in lights, could be on a marquee somewhere. I don't know. You're going to be receiving some kind of positive reactions from people. Whether your name's not technically up in lights or not, whether it is or it isn't, I just get accolades, positive reviews, people perceiving you very positively in the middle of the month of September 2016. So hopefully that made sense. Please be sure to stay tuned to the beginning of the month of October, because those readings are much longer. This is just a quick update. So now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first of the two cards you've got here, Gemini, for mid-month of September, you have the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes parties, gatherings, and celebrations. It could be attending them, throwing them. This could also be three sisters, three friends, three women. It can also indicate a celebratory conclusion to something that's been going on in your life. I do feel if you're working Gemini, there's going to be some kind of advancement in your career that's going to be happening. And if you don't see it right now in the middle of September, it will be coming in the next few months. Some of you may be taking some kind of training program or some kind of specialized, it could be a course, it could be an online course, It could be some kind of training connected to do with your job if you're already working. If you're not working, this could be getting you ready to get a job. But I get some of you getting some kind of course or online training or training. I feel you becoming a more close-knit group with people that you're working with. Some of you may actually have someone, if you're working Gemini, that comes into the place where you work and becomes a romantic prospect or interest for you. If you're single, this is going to work out for you. I feel that this is someone that could really turn into something with long-term potential and be serious. This is may only apply to some of you Geminis because you may already be coupled. But this would apply to those that are seeking a new relationship or are single. Some of you may be experiencing some headaches. I feel that they may come and go quickly. You may need to take something that would help you sleep. Or if you're traveling, you may actually have to take Dramamine. Because I get like lack of sleep for some of you and headaches for some of you coming up. But I do feel like the headaches will come and go quickly. So the next card you have here is the King of Pentacles. This may be the person that they've been talking about coming up. And the King of Pentacles is an earth sign male. To me, this would either be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Don't be thrown that it's a king because females can come up as kings in a general reading. I feel that this King of Pentacles actually it wants to be helpful to you, wants to be helpful to you in some way on your way to fame and glory in whatever way that means for your life. He's a stalwart and strong individual, and he takes a lot of things in stride. He may come to you with an opportunity that he's going to lay out on the table for you. You're going to consider your options with this King of Pentacles because I do get that there's like success is written all around it, and success driven is also indicated here through this King of Pentacles card. So in some way I feel this man or female this King of Pentacles wants to help you succeed and hold some kind of key to some successes for you. Not all the key to success because, you know, you are your own master of your own ship and destiny, but I feel he's an important component and holds some key to helping you towards success. I feel in many cases this King of Pentacles has shown up here because you have asked for this king to show up, which may not make sense to some of you, but I do feel that if you've done any praying for guidance or for any mentors or any career advancement or love partners or potential love mates to come into your life, I feel like these are the reasons that this king is showing up. This king is like an answer to many of your prayers and wishes and things you've been praying about and asking for. So hopefully that helped you, Geminis. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first of the two cards I have here for you, Cancer, for this mid-month of September is the Devil. Now the Devil card is a card to me that symbolizes being addicted to an unhealthy relationship. It could be bound and trapped to an unhealthy relationship. It could also be addictions of any kind: gambling, spending money, sex, drugs, smoking, alcohol, shopping, sugar, food, whatever you could get addicted to. It can also mean that. I feel that if any problems or anything crops up for you in the middle of the month of September, that you will have to be like sorting them out. I see you sorting paperwork out, going through paperwork, documents, just like getting things in order in that regard. That comes up here with the Devil. You may be feeling like you're getting a lot of pressure put on you in the middle of the month of September from outside sources. You know, gather all your forces and gather all your strength. I feel that some of you will have some things revealed to you in the next month, in the month of October. And I feel things easing up for you also, where you're going to feel like October's like a breath of fresh air, and breathing a sigh of relief also comes up here in October. So any pressures you feel in the middle of the month of September, I feel it's very transitory, and that you're going to be feeling much more clear, relieved, at ease, and better once you move into October. Don't spin your wheels and waste any of your mental energy on regrets, having regrets. If you have regrets about the past, or past relationships, or past job situations, don't waste your time spinning your wheels on regrets. They're bringing that up here, because that can make you feel like you're trapped and stuck in and not able to move forward. It's not productive. If you're in any kind of romantic liaisons that have taken a turn that you feel for the worst, don't waste your time in getting out of them. I feel that you may see that come up where you're like, wow, this relationship is not good for me or healthy for me. That's a signal for you to get out of it. Now, we are in Mercury in retrograde during this month of September until the 22nd. So you may break up and get back together again. That can happen during Mercury in retrograde. Or maybe this is something that's been a long time coming for you, Cancer, and it's maybe you need to end it now in this time and make it stick. That's only going to apply for some of you. So the next card you have here is the Strength card. So the Strength card is seeing you through to, help you deal with this devil situation, because the Strength card is having strength and courage over adversity and internal strength. And it's also a card that symbolizes spiritual power over the material world. I do feel that some of you Cancers are coming to a point right now in the middle of September where you're going to have to make some kind of decision of yes or no, stay or go, stop or go, stay or leave, any kind of decision. I do feel that some of you are going to have that posed to you in the middle of the month of September. And I do feel that you're learning a lot about yourself in this process. Because I do see you've been having some internal questioning going on about, what do I want? What do I want out of life? What do I want out of my job or my career? Or what do I want out of a relationship? I see you questioning and coming to some conclusions and asking yourself hard questions about, what do I want? And are the things that are going on around you in the middle of the month of September, are what you see happening in your life, are they fulfilling these, wants, needs, and desires of what you want your life to be, how you want your life to be rolling? And if they're not, you may be making some decisions. But again, I'm going to say, I really feel like the best thing to do, if you can hold off on making any decisions until after September 22nd, I feel that would serve you the best. I do feel some of you may have somebody that wants to come in and borrow money from you, and I do feel that for the most part, many of you are going to give the money. You're going to do that. This could be coming from a child or a sibling, but I do see some of you doing that. The next 4 to 5 months are going to be very key ingredients, hold the key ingredients for you for success. So I do feel that you're entering a time frame, the next 4 to 5 months are going to be really key for you in how you are going to get to your goals, get your goals fulfilled and satisfied for you. So that comes up here with the Strength card. So I hope that was helpful. I hope it made sense. Please stay tuned for the beginning of October's reading, because those are always longer and you may gain more insight and information from those. So the next sign I'm going to do the reading for will be Leo. And the first of the 2 cards I have here for you, Leo, is the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups to me is wish fulfillment. This is all good things coming to you in an emotional sense. Or you could have some wish that you wanted to have happen is maybe going to come true here for you. I do feel that this mid-month of September and September in general, maybe it's due to the eclipses, are actually going to be bringing about a lot of change into your life. And I do feel it's like a breath of fresh air, because I feel that this is positive changes coming in. I do feel if you own your own business, it's really time to sell your wares or your services, or put yourself out there in some way to the public. So maybe you're someone that was thinking about starting a new business or enterprise, and you're going to get ready and do it and start to do it. Or if you already have your own business, you could be changing up some of what your offerings are for the public. Maybe not necessarily drastically, could just be adding something new or changing, revising something you already are doing or selling. That comes up here as well. I also see if you have felt like anything you are doing, whether it's work, your own business, or even just in your own life in some way, I see you making things more simplistic, stripping away things that are more complicated in your life, and getting it down to where things are more streamlined and more sleek, streamlined, less cluttered, more simplistic comes up here. For some reason, I feel like you have an incredible amount of power this month to make big changes. Could be maybe your finances have increased, or you've gained some kind of inheritance or financial windfall, or there's just something internal in you that's giving you a lot of power to make changes. That's coming up here through this Nine of Cups. Now, the second card you have here is the World. That's another great card. This card to me symbolizes having control, gaining control. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you helping to conspire to give you more control. I see you amping up everything you're doing, your personal appearance. If you sell things, you're amping up everything you're doing, creating, thinking about, and selling. Whether you work for someone else or you work for yourself, I also see you doing things to amp up or change up things with your appearance, your hair, your clothes, your physique. I see you amping things up. And this is going to give you a lot more power and control in the things that you're going to be doing. I do see you getting the success and the recognition that you deserve. I also see you getting satisfaction that you deserve as well. So you've got a lot of S's there. Success and satisfaction and success in all kinds of ways are coming up for you here. I hear there's a new mantra that you're going to be saying over and over again to yourself, and that it's going to be, I'm doing things my way. I am doing things my way. And that's very funny, because that's what this card is. It's giving you control, but it's like a mantra I feel that many of you Leos are going to be saying to yourself, whether you're aware that you're mantraing out this situation or not. I do feel that you are going to be put up on some kind of pedestal. I do feel that some of you are going to be experiencing the situation where people are saying, you're the greatest, you're the best, we want you on our team, or we want to buy your product or services, or we think what you're doing and putting out there in the world is dynamic, and we want a piece of that. I just feel that your popularity is going to be really increasing here, Leo, and so to me, the mid-month of September looks really promising. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Believe in yourself more, and make sure you say that mantra, because I feel that it's high time that things start rolling your way. So hopefully that made some sense and was helpful to you. Please stay tuned for the beginning of the month of October, because those readings are longer, and this is just the quick update. So now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first of the two cards I have for you, Virgo, is the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be you, because this would indicate a earth sign male. This could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Don't be thrown that it is a knight, because females can also show up as knights if it doesn't make sense to you that it's a male card. I feel that some of you are going through a lot of emotional go-rounds with someone. It could be you, this could be you, or the emotional go-rounds could be, this Knight of Pentacles could be someone else. I hear you thinking, I'm tired of being on the back burner, I want to be on the front burner. I feel there's somebody in your life that you don't feel as close to as you used to. This could be, you know, in a love relationship, or it could be a sister, a brother, a spouse, a friend. It doesn't matter who it is, but I get there's somebody in your life that you're feeling like I don't feel as close to them as I used to. I feel that many of you Virgos are like, I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed. I'm getting myself out of any like old funks I've been in, or anything that's made you feel like your life is disrupted, or not positive, or not happy, and not going in the direction that you wanted to. I do see you feeling like, almost like you're jolting yourself out of it. Like I'm getting myself out of that kind of feeling or thoughts. I feel that some of you may have signed some agreements that you want to get out of, or possibly the agreements you're signing is to get you out of something, but I get you feeling like there's something you want to get out of. You know, Mercury in retrograde may really be affecting you this month, because I get like you experiencing in the middle of this month some kind of muddled communications, murky or muddled communications. That could be coming from you to others, or from others to you. But I do see you feeling like some disruption or murkiness about communications in the middle of this month of September. The next card you have that shows up here is the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods is either a fire sign person, an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign, or a page can be coming in to bring a message. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. Some of you may have somebody that's saying to you, I want to come back home, or I want to move back home. If you have any children away at school, or any, you know, buddy, maybe you split up with somebody and you've been separated, however the situation could make sense for you, because I do get somebody saying to you that they want to come back home or move back home. Now, whether or not you're going to agree with it and allow that to happen, that's going to be up to you. But I do feel this is coming up for some of you Virgos in this mid-month. I feel like you are so tired of listening to the naysayers, complainers, nitpickers. I feel like you don't want to deal with any of that kind of energy anymore. Now, maybe the person coming back home, wanting to come back, may be like that. So you may be like, I'm not doing that. You're not coming back here. That may only apply to some of you, but I do feel you saying, I'm tired of listening to it. I'm tired of listening to the negativity. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I do feel if you've been a Virgo that's been applying for any new jobs or promotions at where you work already, I do feel that you're going to get some word that you're going to get it, or some kind of word of something that you've wanted to go through and happen for you. Could be to get a loan or a grant even, or applying for a school that you've been waiting to hear from. I feel like you're going to get that word. You're going to get the word that you're going to get it, whatever it is. I feel it's a positive thing here. I do see a marked difference in your career and your finances coming up here. I do see that, one or the other or both, a marked difference. But to me, it feels like it's positive and it's on the upswing. If you've been a Virgo that's been going through any legalities, I do see them getting worked out, and smoothed over. So that looks good to me here also for you, Virgo. So I hope that was of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first of the two cards I got here for you, Libra, for September in the middle of the month, you have the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is a card to me that symbolizes being in limbo. You're not moving forward. You're not moving backward. You're in a state of suspended animation, and you have to draw very strongly from your own psychic ability and intuition when the Hanged Man shows up. Some of you are going to be talking to government officials, lawyers, or government agencies comes up here with this card. I also see you working out the details of any kind of a business or franchise that you want to be launching or getting, buying into or becoming part of. Looking over and working out the details comes up here. I feel like you are breaking trends or breaking into trends, starting your own trends. If you were a Libra that took yourself off the market, whatever that means, I see you putting yourself back on the market. This could mean stock market. It could mean dating and romantic market. Or maybe you had a business and it was online, you took yourself off, and now you're going to put yourself back on again because you revised it and changed it. Whatever taking yourself off the market and putting yourself back on the market means to you. That comes up here through the Hanged Man. I feel like if you perceive that other people around you have done nothing to solve or better any situations or circumstances that you're facing, I see you taking matters into your own hands and you pushing issues and things forward and you being the one that solves the problems or the puzzles or the issues. So I see many of you Libras taking matters into your own hands, especially if you're witnessing people around you, you feel like they're not helping or they're not doing enough. So that comes up here. Now, the second card you have here is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes a water sign female. This could be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel like you're going to have a lot of communications back and forth with this Queen of Cups. Almost like you're entering into interesting negotiations with them also is highlighted. Some of them, these Queen of Cups, may want to be partners with you in some way. This could be in your love life, or it could be in a business operation. It could even be just for a brief period of time. It doesn't have to be like going into business partnership with you forever. But it could be like wanting to partner up or team up with you in something, some presentation, something that you're doing with the public. Maybe they're also doing something very similar and they want to team up and join forces with you. That's coming up here in some way through this Queen of Cups. I see you uncertain about it. I see you gathering up your forces and your energy and a lot of mental gymnastics over it where you're thinking, do I want to be in a partnership with this person? Do I want to or do I not? I see you questioning it, what you feel, how you feel about it. I don't feel you're 100% sure. You don't want to make any rash decisions or jump the gun where this person is concerned. You don't want to have to take a hard line with them. And you don't want to get railroaded by them either. So I see you've got a lot of, that goes back, like you are in limbo. And I feel the thing that some of the things you're really in limbo about are this Queen of Cups and what they want the association and or affiliation to be with you. That's a big question here. I do feel that you're going to be working it out and getting on board with doing something with them in the long run and actually making some advancement or groundbreaking discoveries with this Queen of Cups. Now, how that applies to you, this could be in love, it could be in business, it could be in some short-term opportunity. You just have to see how that makes sense for you, Libra. So hopefully that was of help to you. Please stay tuned to the October Psychic Tarot readings at the beginning of the month, because they're much longer and this is just the brief update. So now on to the sign of Scorpio. The first card that comes up for you, Scorpio, is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords to me is a card that symbolizes an air sign male. This would either be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel that you're going to have a lot of activity and communication and going back and forth with this Knight of Swords. If you work with them, they have a lot to say about how things are going, or how things are working, or how things are doing, how it's all playing out. I feel that you like to have this person around. They're a good person to have in your corner, a good person to have on your side and in your court. So I don't feel like you're having problems with this Knight of Swords. I'm not feeling that. I feel like you're looking into things together, doing things together. For some of you, this could be someone you're dating or romantically involved with or connected to. For some of you, it could be work. I do feel that this is somebody that feels like you two can do things together and work together in whichever way. Whether it's romance or work. I do see that they want it to work out and want it to be successful. They've got a lot of interest in you and what you're doing. And I do see you feel very similarly about them. This may be someone, if you're working with them, they may say it's time to reinvent the project. I see you going through a lot of strategic planning and getting things going with this Knight of Swords. Now, the next card you have here is the Six of Swords, and that is a card to me that would indicate moving. This could be moving from your residence. This could be also indicating travel, long distance travel, or having to commute for work, maybe a new route. It could also indicate you traveling to something better, moving towards something more positive. I do feel it is time for you to get ready to pack and leave. Now, whether this is a trip or moving, I don't know yet, but it comes up. I do feel that you may be feeling like you've learned a lot of lessons the hard way, and I do see you moving towards better, new and better horizons here. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of juggling in the month of September, and it's like you're looking at a jigsaw puzzle and you're trying to fit the pieces and get the pieces to fit just right. So I see you doing juggling, trying to put the pieces together, comes up here. You may be working out the details of any inheritances that you've gotten or are getting. You could also be working out the details of any divorce agreements or divorce settlements and arrangements and custody arrangements. It could also indicate they're also talking about working out any details or agreements or arrangements in regard to any lawsuits that have come up. So I do feel some of you are working out some kind of details, and arrangements in regard to those things that I just mentioned. I feel like in the middle of this month of September, many of you Scorpios are going to be revising your plans. Could have to do with living situations. And if it's not where you're living, it could be other people in your family's living arrangements and situations. You could be looking into that. Children, where they're living, elderly relatives, what their living arrangements are. And you could be getting involved in that. You could be dealing with it and getting involved in their living arrangements and situations. So hopefully that made some sense to some of you Scorpios out there. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have of the two Sagittarius is the Eight of Swords. Now the Eight of Swords is a card to me that means being trapped in an emotional prison, or it could be feeling trapped in some kind of situation. You could be, literally trapped or figuratively trapped. Could be mentally trapped. there's unknown forces around because the woman is blindfolded, so you may not know the whole story or the whole picture. I feel like Sagittarians want some concrete answers. And I also feel like you're kind of tired of waiting around for the other shoe to drop, or you're tired of waiting around for something that to come to a culmination and come to fruition, one or the other here. I feel like you've also maybe feeling like you've been living in a little bit of a fog, and I feel that you will be getting some clarity and coming out of that foggy period. I feel like you're going to emerge from that fog in this month of September, going into October. Some of you Sagittarians may have been feeling like you're on this emotional seesaw, going back and forth for a little while, and at this point in the middle of the month of September. I get also the energy of you may be feeling like you're tired of doing all the work, and that you'd like to take a little bit of rest and relaxation and put your feet up and let somebody else do all the, hard work or heavy lifting, or, just hard work in general, whether it's mental hard work or physical hard work. I feel like you really want some kind of peace and rest. I feel like you've been working really hard, putting the pedal to the metal, all engines forward for a while, and I feel like it's starting to catch up with you a little bit, and you need some rest and relaxation. I also hear it's time to stop the cycle of bad behavior, whether that's your bad behavior or other people that you deal with's bad behavior. You may be like, I've had it. I let this cycle go round and round and round and round, and I'm putting a stop to it. I'm tired of this cycles of it could be cycles of negativity, cycles of bad behavior, whatever word you want to put to it. I get that you want to end, and that you want that cycle to end, and you want to put a stop to it. The second card you have that shows up here is the Four of Swords, which is a resting phase, a pause, a meditative state, a recuperation from an illness. So funny that was actually even coming up through the Eight of Swords card for you, that you wanted one. Well, here is the resting phase. I get you taking a step back and a pause and reevaluating some situations that are in front of you. I get that you're tired of people making mountains out of molehills, and you are also tired of anybody that you may feel or perceive as making a monkey out of you, that you want those things to stop. I do feel that you are going to be taking some kind of a step back and letting the dust settle in some kind of situation, because I also feel like you may be feeling like you've been on the front lines or some kind of firing squad. I believe Aries got that, and you're another fire sign, so maybe the fire signs are getting affected that way. But I feel like whatever it is, you're going to go, whoa, okay, that whole raucous that just went on, I'm taking a step back and I'm letting the dust settle. I'm not saying anything, and I'm not doing anything right now till that dust clears, and taking a break or a pause from any kind of contentious, uproarious situation you may have been having to face or be finding yourself in the middle of, that you're taking a step back from that. Wow, opportunities abound for you again next month. So don't feel like any resting phase or step back you have to take, especially if it's in regard to work or financial, related situations, that it's going to be a detriment to you. I don't see that it will, because I get all systems go, and a lot of things firing up all over again. The engines are restarting all over again in October, and you getting a lot of good financial gain and or business and income coming to you in some way in October. This is a needed rest. Some of you may take a trip, a little jaunt or cruise. You may even go on some kind of cruise. I do feel some of you are going to do that or think of doing that toward the end of this month of September. You may be making some deals, arrangements, organizing some plans or trips with family. So you may actually go not on this trip by yourself. You may be going with your son, your daughter, your grandkids, it could be a family trip or vacation coming up here. Some of you may be doing it by yourself, but I see you working out some kind of deals, arrangements, situations with, looks like to me, family members. So hopefully those messages made sense to you, Sagittarians out there. Please stay tuned for the October readings, because in the beginning of the month they're much longer. This is just the little update. So please be sure to tune in for those. So now on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first of the two cards you have that show up here, Capricorn, for this mid-month of September, you have the you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a card to me that symbolizes your highest spirit guide watching over you and showing up here in the reading to give you messages, but it can also mean something has been kept hidden or secret, either by you or from you. It can also mean that. Wow, you're going to be talking to a lot of people in the middle of the month of September, Capricorn. This is going to be linking you up with other job prospects and other opportunities coming up for you. Outlook is good. Outlook is positive here for you rolling forward. I see some of you Capricorns are going to be taking clothes in at the seams, getting things altered. I feel some of you Capricorns are losing weight. You could be going down a dress size, a pants sizes, suit sizes, whatever that makes sense for you. I see some of you having to take some in. So that means to me some of you Capricorns have lost weight. Instigating any arguments will not pay off for you. Try to keep your wits about you and your cards close to your vest and your words to a minimum in the middle of the month of September. Because if you're in any kind of job-related or family-related discussions or situations, like start inciting arguments or lashing out at others or being accusatory or like having a lot to say, isn't really going to pan out for you in this middle of this month of September. There's other times that it would do so, but not now. Mercury is in retrograde and communications can be confused and muddled. And in your case, I feel they would backfire on you if you get too combative. So please heed that message, because I don't want to see you Capricorns out there putting your foot in your mouth. I'm not saying it's not justified what you're saying. I feel it is in many cases, but remember what I'm saying here. When you find yourself in the mix of some situations that look dicey or wordy, I would advise you to take a step back. Let the other people get to go through the throes of it. It's not going to be to your advantage to. The second card you have here also showed up here for one of the other signs. For Libras, also got this Queen of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups here too, which is a water sign female. This would either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. That could be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign, or they could just have the personality traits right now of the Queen of Cups. Don't be thrown it's a queen. It could be a man here too. You never know. I feel like you're going to have a lot of communication gaps and or could be problems communicating with this Queen of Cups in the mid-month of September. I feel that some of you are going to be irritated by this Queen of Cups. Remember that I said they could be male, not just female. So it may not make sense to you that it's a female here. But I do get you could go either way, male or female here. You could be getting aggravated with this Queen of Cups. I feel like they're acting like they're spoiled and trying to get their own way. They may be acting a little juvenile. You may feel like, what are they saying? Why are they doing that? Why are they behaving like that? It seems so childish to you. It may seem like spoiled brat behavior. This could be a sibling to you. That could be a grown-up acting like a spoiled brat. It could be a coworker. It could be even a boss. It's somebody is acting out of seeming out of character or acting out in some kind of childish behavior I feel that you're going to be looking at them like, oh my God, I see you rolling your eyes into your head and shaking your head about this Queen of Cups. It could even be somebody, if you're in a love partnership with them, they might be acting up that way in the middle of September. You will be working things out with them and smoothing things over with them next month. Don't look for things to be roses with them this month. I feel October things are good with them, but not between you and them in this month. You may feel them to be quite annoying. They might want something from you, or they might be trying to push your buttons. Do not ever think that people don't try to do that. I'm sure you know they do, and I feel like that might be on the agenda of this Queen of Cups. Maybe because they have low self-esteem or insecurities going on with them right now. That may be why they're acting out or acting out of character. But again, as I said, look for things to smooth out or be better with them once you get into October. I do feel it's a test for you. I feel it's some kind of test, whether they themselves are testing you or the universe is testing you through what you're having to deal with, your interactions with them. One way or another, I do feel it's a test, and I do feel things will be much better next month of October. So please be sure to watch the beginning of the month of October for your Psychic Tarot reading then, because it's going to be a much longer and maybe more light will be shed on this situation. I do feel it's going to be improved and work out for you next month with them. So now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Aquarius, happens to be one of my favorite cards in the deck, Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes victory. It also can mean truth being revealed. I hear you're getting the right idea, Aquarius. You're getting the handle on things, on how things work. Anything that's been stop, start, is going to now go, Aquarius. There's going to be flow. So if you've experienced any, doesn't matter whether it's work, family, or love relationships, or your own business, whatever's been like stop and go, stop and start, you're going to have all systems go, and flow is going to be happening. There's a real sense of pride and accomplishment to something that you're doing or some kind of work that you're going to embark on. Something you've already been doing or something you're getting ready to do. You're going to have a real sense of pride and accomplishment with that, Aquarius. Become more in tune with your own needs and wants, and do not let them fall by the wayside. They're saying that. So if you're an Aquarius that have been like everybody else comes first, or your work comes first, or other people's needs, wants, and desires come first, you have to start putting yourself first here, Aquarius. It's time to do that. I do feel something special is about to happen for you, where you're going to, some of you I feel are going to get invited to some kind of gathering or showcase of some sort, or some show. I get you invited to attend something, and I feel like this is going to be beneficial to you, positive. It's going to be a positive thing. I do see you looking at a lot of things in your life and getting rid of any old and unwanted things. This can also be emotional attachments, negativity connected to do with the past, but it can be also material objects, getting rid of the old and unwanted, and just getting rid of it, paring things down. Some of you, I feel, are going to be receiving some kind of award, accreditation, or some kind of acclaim. Maybe someone's going to say something about you in a newspaper article or a magazine article, blog, internet comment, or something. I do get that for some of you Aquarians. Now, the second card you have here is the Knight of Rods, and the Knight of Rods to me is a card that symbolizes a fire sign male. This could be a Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be a female. Females can show up as knights. Or it could be somebody that just has the personality traits right now of the Knight of Rods. I feel a special person is going to enter your life, and you're going to start doing things with them. This could either be work or love relationship. It can go either way. I do feel that you're going to be doing a lot of communications and talking with them, and I feel that you are going to be experiencing a lot of mutual respect here. You're going to respect them, they're going to respect you, and I feel that you're going to see that and sense it and feel it and hear it, that it's going to be made known that this person respects you, and I feel you're going to feel equal respect for them. You know, you're not the first sign that I got this about needing the dust to clear. I feel that wait to see what you think of any of this interaction, communication, dealing with them in any way. Wait for the dust to settle down and clear in the month of October to really determine what your feelings are about this person, your interactions with them, and your dealings moving forward with them. Doesn't mean it's going to be negative, just means that might be because the dust might be kicked up because of Mercury being in retrograde. So maybe you need it to clear and then see what you think about this story in October. I feel your feelings about this Knight of Rods are that this is promising. Whatever this Knight of Rods is doing in your life, it's promising. That's how I feel you're going to be viewing it in the mid-month of September. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket with this Knight of Rods, but you are seeing that it is promising to have dealings with and interaction with this Knight of Rods. There's going to be a lot of speculation in your mind about what you think about this, or what you think and feel about your dealings with this Knight of Rods in September. But expect to pay a lot of attention to your dreams, because your dreams are going to be giving you a lot of answers about your connection, what's going to transpire and how it's going to work out with this Knight of Rods, and however you're dealing with them, love, work, you know, new business prospects or opportunities, whatever they are, your dreams are going to answer a lot of questions for you about this night. So please stay tuned, Aquarius, to the beginning of the month of October of 2016 for my Psychic Tarot reading then, because it's much longer, and who knows, maybe this Knight of Rods is going to show up again. So we have to see what happens. So the next sign I'm reading is Pisces. And the first of the two cards you have that showed up here, Pisces, for the mid-month of September, you have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords to me is either an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Don't be thrown that if it doesn't make sense to you with the messages that it's male. Females can show up as kings in a general reading. I do feel that you're working on some kind of project plan or details with this King of Swords, and I get, like they're saying, wool gathering. Don't let your mind be like gathering wool over your interactions with them. So maybe you're not clear fully about your dealings with them. I feel that you have a lot to be grateful for and a lot to be thankful for in your connections and operations or opportunities that come through dealing with and working with this King of Swords. There's opportunities, and you need to recognize it. I do feel that you will be recognizing that this is like a blessing you're dealing with this king. I feel this king is going to show you the way to go, point you in a direction, or help you with the direction you're going in. And I do feel like it's work related for many of you, especially based on the second card here. But this is what I'm feeling from the first card as well. You are going to be doing a lot of interacting and working with this King of Swords, and you may even be going on a trip. I do feel, however, if there's any, with the King of Swords, it could be for work, it could be for pleasure, but either way, I've got to tell you, I do feel if you have a plan that's already been set up to travel or work with this King of Swords, I feel like it's going to get canceled and rescheduled. Now, we do have Mercury in retrograde, so this could be why it's happening. That ends on the 22nd of September. So if you have any trips, business trips, or pleasure trips planned with this King of Swords, expect them. Doesn't mean they get rescheduled far away. It might just be a week later, or the flight needs to get changed. It doesn't mean the whole plan gets scrapped. I don't feel that it does. I feel you still go. But this is important. It's important for you that this is happening and that it's coming up. Your second card here is the Three of Pentacles, which means to me expanding your craft, expanding your skills, expanding on your business acumen and know-how. It could be, if you own your own business, you could be expanding your product line, or you're expanding your services. It could be getting a promotion or more job duties at work if you work for someone else. Brainstorming sessions come up. I feel you're going to be doing brainstorming with this King of Swords. I'm reading it through the Three of Pentacles. It's time to put your production online, or get yourself out there. If you don't like what you're doing and you want a different job or a different scenario, work scenario, then now it's time to get your job, your resume out there, or your feelers out there, or your connect to headhunters and job search engines, that kind of thing. You need to get out there as well. A lucrative opportunity is going to come up here for you in the fall. Anybody that comes in to rain on your parade, you're not going to have it, Pisces. You are going to shut them down. Do not let naysayers or people that want to come in and say, that's not going to work out. Why are you going to do that? That's a big risk. You might lose money, or your job is secure. Why do you want to leave it? Don't listen to any of that. You have got to listen to your own gut and intuition and follow the beat to your own drum. Do not let anybody rain on your parade, because I do feel someone is about or bound to do it to you in September. So just know that you don't have to listen to that. You are on the right path. I do feel it's also time for you to get a good grip on your financial situation, a stronger grip and a better grip on it. Eliminate any unnecessary spending or expenditures right now, also to help boost your income as well. I do feel that many of you Pisces are highlighted or slated for promotion. It's going to come. You're either going to get promoted quickly, or you've already been promoted, or it's getting ready to happen. But slated for promotions comes up here. Redesigning and restructuring your business or your resume, or something you do with your work is indicated here. Restructuring and rebuilding it. Maybe you have a website, a business on a website, and you're going to redo that whole website. Or maybe you don't have one yet and you're going to build one. Maybe it's something that you do with the way you work. You are going to, maybe you're like, the methods I use, it would be better if I adopt this and this, pull this and this into it, and get rid of some of the things that I was doing. Rebuilding it, whether you work for yourself or work for somebody else, is being indicated here. Rebuilding and restructuring your work or your business also comes up here. So I hope that helped you and made sense to you, Pisces. Please be sure, and all the signs out there, please be sure to watch your Psychic Tarot reading in October, because that reading is much longer. So I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate it. Please be sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my readings here on YouTube, and any other videos I may decide to post that you haven't seen before yet. Also, please be sure to follow me on Facebook. I do post things there daily you won't be able to see here on YouTube. And also to follow me on Twitter. If you would like to get the special reading that I've recorded for the middle of this month of September 2016, where I am looking into career and finances for a 6-month time period, where I'll pull tarot cards to talk about what challenges you may be facing, what successes can come up, and what advice that the guides have to give you through the tarot. And I'm also going to be using my crystal in these readings as well. Please be sure to click on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to those videos for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my newly updated website, www.theluckymermaid.com, and clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 7, and there you will see the heading of the career and finances tarot and crystal reading for a 6-month period for each sign of the zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video for download and purchase. I want to thank you very much for all of your purchases. I truly appreciate it, and all of your kind emails and positive feedback that you've been giving me about the crystal readings and these other tarot videos and how they've been helpful to you. I do truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. I wish you an amazing rest of your month of September, all the signs of the zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.